I'm Anil Kumar. We'll try to understand how to add rational expressions. I've taken up a very simple example, 2x divided by 3x minus 6 plus 1 over 6x plus 3. Now we need to find the lowest common denominator to add or subtract rational expressions. Now in the first case, 3x minus 6, how do we find the lowest common denominator? One of the strategies is we could actually factor and then look for the lowest common denominator. So I'll rewrite the given expression after factoring. So we have 2x divided by 3 is a common factor. We get x minus 2. And the second one, 3 is again a common factor. We have 2x plus 1. Now it is kind of easier to identify the lowest common denominator. The numbers 3 is there, so the lowest common denominator is equals to 3 times one factor is x minus 2, the other one is 2x plus 1. So that becomes the lowest common denominator. Correct? Now we have to ensure that both these terms have this kind of lowest common denominator. Now the first one is lacking 2x plus 1. So what we will do here is we have 2x over 3 times x minus 2. We'll multiply and divide this by 2x plus 1. So we'll do 2x plus 1 divided by 2x plus 1, right? So that will ensure that this will have all the 3 terms in the denominator as required. For the next term, which is 1 over 3 times 2x plus 1, we should multiply and divide by what? X minus 2, right? So we'll multiply and divide this one by x minus 2, correct? Now we can add and subtract the numerators. So in the denominator, we have the term 3 times x minus 2 times 2x plus 1. Is that correct? For both. Let us expand the numerators. For the first one, 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x plus times plus 1 is plus 2x. And in this case, we get x minus 2. So once we get the terms with same denominator, you can add and subtract the numerators. So that is our answer. So we have 4x squared plus 2x plus x minus 2. You can combine these two terms. We get 4x squared plus 3x minus 2 divided by 3 times x minus 2 times 2x plus 1. Correct? At this stage, there is a possibility of factoring the numerator and simplifying it further. So in this case, we have 4x squared plus 3x minus 2. We're looking for product of minus 8 and sum of 3. Can we get it? 4 times 2 could give us 8, but the sum cannot be 3. And 8 times 1 could give us 8, but the sum cannot be 3. So it cannot be really factored, and therefore that becomes our answer, right? So that becomes our answer for the time being. But I hope in this video you have learned how to add rational expressions when they have different denominators. The key here is to find the lowest common denominator and then ensure that all the terms in the rational expressions have the same denominator before you start adding or subtracting the numerator, as we've done in this video. So we'll take a few more examples to practice. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.